Let's talk about lows. Let's talk about the lowest of lows and why we as humans always have to consistently learn the lesson before we truly learn the lesson. You would think getting sentenced to 10 years in the CDC system would have been enough. You would think that would be the ultimate low of someone's life, but let me tell you, it wasn't. I've hit bigger lows than even the 10-year sentence while incarcerated. We will always get comfortable in our situation. And the crazy thing is, it was the same situation that brought me there. The second I had the lust for easy money again while incarcerated is when my biggest low of my life began. I started to get a taste for that easy money. We opened up a facility that was very easy to move about in. It was extremely easy. So I saw the loopholes and I had to capitalize. It was still in me. I was about 6 years into my sentence at this point, and I started to get a taste for that quick success, that easy money, that instant gratification that always ends in our failure, our demise. It always screws us over. So the white, the black, the green, everything started to make its way back into my life, and I started to find a way for it to support everybody in my life. The people around me in the pen, the people on the streets that needed my help. And I got that sense of power. Look, everybody needs me. I'm doing it. I'm doing it big. I'm still killing it even from here in the penitentiary. I mean, that swelled my ego. I was like, I could pay your rent from here. What? Like, who am I? I'm the shit. And I started to pump myself up. Now, getting pumped up like that led to some stress while doing stupid ass shit, which caused me to drink again. So I had someone making me batches in the building. One paisa over here making me a batch with some oranges and just sugar and a batch of wine like that. A white boy over here, pirate, making me a batch of wine with oranges and maple syrup. It almost tastes like whiskey. And I started to drink again. And that opens the door for me. The second I start to drink again and I get that buzz, here comes the white. And I don't want to say it. I didn't want to bring it up. But here comes the white. And since we had it on deck, a little bump, not tell anyone. I'm just going to do a little bump and not tell anyone. Turned into a massive line. Turned into busting out the foil and the candle. It got so bad to where the girl that I loved more than life itself, the person who I based most of my strength on, the vision of my future, I had been waiting to talk to her for so long. And then on New Year's Eve, I'm telling you guys, New Year's Eve, this is how twisted I got. On New Year's Eve at 11:58, she calls and she goes, I love you, babe. And she's telling me all this good shit. And I've been waiting to talk to her forever. In tears about her. Going through the longest, shittiest days. Thinking about what's she doing? Why doesn't she love me? Where's she at? Where's my letters? Thinking all this stuff. And then she calls on New Year's Eve at 11:58. And here I am. Bam, I pick up the cell. And we're smoking. We're smoking some shit. Some white. And I tell her, hey. And she's like, babe, I love you, da-da-da. And I say, hey, let me call you back. I hung up. I never even called her back. I never even called her back. And I don't even mean to laugh. It was so sickening to me because a couple of days later, I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? And the whole thing is this is what happens. Everybody I know growing up, they would get drunk. That white would come out. They thought it was okay. They seen the movie Blow. They've partied. And they go drink, they do a few lines or whatever. That's like typical growing up in Southern California, San Diego. A lot of people, once they get that buzz, they go straight to a fucking bump, and that's just the truth. This will ruin your fucking life because nowadays it turns into that speed. And then people end up not being able to find that or they get in a fucking accident or something. and they end up doing that black, and that's what happened. This is what happened to my brother. My brother's hooked on that speed. We actually have the same parole officer. So me and my brother have the same parole officer. He just got out of Chino, and then he's been out for like 3 weeks. He already went back to that street life. Now he's on his way back to the pen on a violation. This is just that nasty revolving door of the penitentiary. And if you can't get your vices in check, you're done. You're going to keep learning the lesson till you learn the lesson. You're going to keep looking for happiness in the same place you lose it. It's fucking sickening. So I know myself, I'm always going to be have an addictive personality, be an addictive person. So I had to trade those good addictions, those bad addictions for good addictions. Once I traded my bad addictions for good addictions, I had a purpose. Now I had something that I truly was addicted to in a good way that pushed me forward, that gave me confidence, and it had the same effect with zero downside. Zero downside. Just positivity with the training, the nutrition, the structured program. This is how we get ourselves out of that rut when our addictions turn negative, when they start to run a train on us. This is how we get out of that. It was so bad in there to where I'd be up all night. I'd take a parachute of like a straight gram to the neck, parachute it, get on my phone, and be all up in my rack all covered up. And then the cops would be walking, so I'd lay down, and I'm laying down at count time. At count time, the cops walk through the building. So I'm on this end rack right here, and the cops are walking by, and they're counting all the people in their beds. And I'm acting like I'm asleep. And my back muscle right here is just twitching like a motherfucker, just dish, dish, dish. And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker can see this shit. And I'm driving myself insane at this point. That this dude could see it, he knows I'm awake, he could tell I'm tripping. And I'm thinking, why is this fucker standing at the edge of my bed for so long? And I think the cop's still standing there to where I'm laying in my covers for like 2 hours, like waiting for him to leave. But he's left a long time ago. So this is how fucked I am in my head at this point. Been up for like weeks. So then the cop ends up leaving a while before, and I can't take it no more, so I rip my covers up, and I'm like, motherfucker, what's your problem? Leave. And there's nobody there. There's nobody fucking there. There's no one even there. This is how sick I am in the head. And I'm going around the building telling my people fucking, at first I had dropped a mega sack, and I'm tripping about that. And then I'm going around my building telling everybody, hey, there's like 15 fucking people upstairs in the bubble with suits on. They're watching us. They're gonna come hit the spot. They've been loping us forever. They're like, Wes, you've lost it. You fully lost your mind. Like, go to bed, motherfucker. And like, I just got on that sick one. I was on the phone fucking with Tinder. I was on a sick one drinking. And I finally didn't even give a fuck no more. I would just do my workouts on a sick one by myself, super angry. Like, it was just eating me alive. So this was the very last time that I just really fell. I finally just fucking gave up. I finally just fucking gave up even seeking any of that shit. Like, I mean, one of the worst times is that, like, I fell asleep with a sack on me and I passed out. Like, and during count time, I woke up and I'm like, where the fuck's my sack? You know, I'm looking for it everywhere. And then I look down on my bunkie, he's below me, and it's sitting on his fucking chest. No bullshit. My sack is sitting on the dude's chest, and they just counted, and the cops could have walked by and seen that shit. But I always want to tell you guys that I have these lows. I've used all that shit. There is a way out of it. Our lives don't have to be this consistent pleasure-chasing bitch-ass effect of us looking for happiness in the same place we consistently lose it and then blaming those around us. We can take charge. It's gonna be structure. You're gonna need that structure. You're gonna need people who overcame these habits. So since I've been there and I've overcame it and I have a different mindset from it, I can help people who are going through it because I'm no longer in the mindset that's creating that addiction problem. I help people with it all the time. Just by being around people who don't even possess that trait, it starts to propel you in the direction you need to be in. I want this for you guys. I did it. I fucking did it, and I want it for you. Stay fucking strong. Stay focused. that shit only ends in two places, and you know what they are. I seen too many people have to get that Narcan on them from fucking ODing on that black. I seen too many people just die off opiates. I don't want to see no more people do that. We can change it. Stay fucking strong. Stay focused.